So I am very, very, very good at procrastination, and in fact, other than today when I've got loads and loads of stuff done, I have just been procrastinating on holiday. One of the ways I've done this is I managed to read through my entire Formspring account and all the questions I'd ever answered. I started off when I was about 14 years old, and one of them happened to be, who is more attractive, Sterling Knight or Channing Tatum? Channing Tatum wins all the way, but at the time I was 14 years old and Starstruck had just come out and all my friends were obsessed with it, and Sterling Knight, and it was Sterling Knight. He was a big deal at the time. However, I answered Jack Stone, who not only wasn't an option but also isn't real. This got me to thinking, who are the most attractive fictional characters? I'm not just talking about characters from films here. I'm talking about faceless characters. Characters who aren't even associated with an actor. I'm talking about cartoon characters and characters from books. Number 1, Jack Stone. Jack Stone is from a series of books called My So-Called Life, I do believe. I can't exactly remember, but they were the stories about this girl called Rachel Riley. Jack Stone was her best friend Scarlett's older brother, and he played in a band and was really, really cool. And the whole thing is kind of like her deciding between Jack and this other guy called Justin, and obviously Jack was the better candidate. He was really awesome, and she should have just never got off with that Justin guy in the first place. So, which brings me on to number 2. Trent Lane is a fictional character from a TV show from the 90s that was aired on MTV called Daria. Much like Jack Stone, Trent Lane is Daria's best friend's older brother. He's in a band called Mystic Spiral. Are you seeing a theme here? Honestly, give a cartoon guy a guitar and he's mine. Marshall Lee from Adventure Time as another one. He's a complete loser, but every time he says, "Hey Daria,"
"Hey Daria, hey Daria,"
I just melt a little bit inside. Speaking of cartoons, number 3 is Prince Eric from Sleeping Beauty. I think ever since I saw Matthew Bourne's Sleeping Beauty a couple of months back, my passion for the beautiful Disney film has also been rekindled. Prince Eric is just like, yes, I'm going to fight and get my girl, and I'm marrying her, it doesn't matter what my father thinks. It's great. The number 4 is also a Disney character, and he happens to be a favourite of many, not just me. His name is Flynn Rider, and he's from Tangled. There's no way I would be hitting him with a frying pan, ever. Not to risk that beautiful face. The thing I like about Flynn Rider is that actually he has quite a lot of a personality, which is great because he has a great foil to his personality, who's Rapunzel, because she's a really strong character and she doesn't like give in to him straight away. Which brings me on to number 5, who is a bit special in my heart, I must say. There's a large part of me that if he was real, I would marry him. He is, of course, the elusive and marvellous Mr. Darcy, and I am a bit obsessed. A little bit. A lot. All of it. The thing I love most about Pride and Prejudice is that he changes his mind about Elizabeth and suddenly he's in love with her, and he professes his feelings in a really kind of eloquent and beautiful way, and she's just like, bitch please. You just insulted my family, you just insulted me, I'm not marrying you. Of course she comes around and she gets to know him better and she understands him. And everyone else still thinks he's arrogant and nasty. Which of course is just the most romantic thing ever, because she is the only one who understands him fully and she's seen past his facade. Also, he is smoking hot. She's got that kind of Chuck Bass quality that no matter how much you hate Chuck Bass in Gossip Girl, you still kind of love him because he just does whatever he wants. He's just like, got all the money, just doing whatever I want, just being hot, being Chuck Bass. Yeah. Anyway, Mr. Darcy is better looking, even though he doesn't exist. But number 6 is a bit of a confession because He not only doesn't exist, but he kind of is barely talked about in the books. It is, of course, James Potter from the Harry Potter series. And the problem I have is that I've kind of applied everything I know about Mr. Darcy to everything I know about James. Just think about it for a minute. Just think about it, okay? James is turned down publicly by his missus, who he just assumed would want to go out with him. He then has to deflate his ego before she admits that she is actually in love with him. She has to see his true self. It's Mr. Darcy. Anyway, who do you think are the most attractive characters in fiction? Let me know in the comments, and I'll get back to you if you do. Thank you. Kieran, I'll see you tomorrow. Just as a quick note at the end, today I went to pick up some stuff that I had seen on Free Cycle, and I put out like a wanted thing for photography equipment, and this guy got back to me saying he had some Nikon stuff. Oh my gosh. One of them is a telephoto lens, and I have no idea how to use it. I can't seem to get a focus on it, but look at it. It's a Sigma mirror telephoto lens, and there's a lens hood. And oh, it's just so lovely, and I'm so taken aback. I literally turned up expecting like a box of old dusty point and shoots or something, and this guy was just like, yeah, I was left these and now you can have them and just pass them on if you don't use them. And I can't get over it. Just so kind. So thank you, man.